My So-Called Crazy Life, a true story of an escaped Scientologist. Written by Aurora Rucker. Narrated by Raquel Pierce. Dedication. Although your names might not be written out on this book, I want to dedicate this book to my friends, those that helped me in my darkest hour, who were honest and true to me, those that stood in my corner, those that gave me a hand when no one else would. For those that did so, you know who you are, and I thank you. It is because of you that I am still here, still breathing. With all my love, I dedicate this to you. Introduction. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can praise them, disagree with them, quote them, disbelieve them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They invent, they imagine, they heal, they explore, they create, they inspire. They push the human race forward. Maybe they have to be crazy. How else can you stare at an empty canvas and see a work of art? Or sit in silence and hear a song that's never been written? Or gaze at a red planet and see a laboratory on wheels? While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Jack Kerouac. What is it like being raised in the Church of Scientology? Much like the Amish, alcohol use and premarital sex are certainly frowned upon. However, we certainly had television sets, electricity, and all the luxuries of any child growing up in America had access to. Some would say a Jehovah's Witness could be called the closest in a description, with similarities in its strict beliefs and practices. However, you could liken a child raised in Scientology to the characters in the Harry Potter series, where one would be going off to Hogwarts school to receive higher education in magical studies, whilst the Muggles remain unaware. At least, this is how I saw it growing up, and the closest description from a child's view that one could give. Born not only of Scientology parents, but also of those that had themselves dedicated their lives to this very church, I was by default, at birth, now the unofficial property of the church.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?